Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to the best damn professional wrestling podcast. I'm sorry, y'all. Look, listen, y'all go hear Finn moving around. He's trying to get a tick off of him, and it's pissing him off. But welcome back to the best damn professional wrestling podcast on the planet Earth today. I'm, of course, one of your two, well, technically three hosts himself. Finn's here with us every week now. So Finn's over there in the corner fighting his ass.
Yep.
That's
Well,
what Finn's contributions are to
yep.
the main event mafia. But I am, of course, one of your three hosts himself, God's greatest creation, Mr. Perfecting himself, the gift to this generation, Cody Carter. And I'm sitting here once again with my Frank Castle to my Peter Parker, the Ned to my Spider Man. My phone's ringing. Drew. So Drew, go ahead. I gotta answer a phone call, my man.
All right. Let's start today off. Let's start today off with our recap of what happened last night. So last night for the first time ever, we had two nights of SummerSlam. Last night was night one. Tonight is night two. Night one, surprisingly, a great night. And it makes me a little worried about what's going to be happening for night two, because usually in the past, when they've had two night events, night one's kind of like a D plus, C minus, and um, night two is B plus, A minus type situations. Last night, I have to admit, I would probably give it a B plus, and that makes me nervous for night two. But I was nervous for night one, really enjoyed it. Maybe fingers crossed, hoping that night two is going to be the same way. But we had the starting point tonight or last night was the women's world championship between Liv Morgan and Io Sky, and they put on one amazing match.
Yeah, that's
Lakota, I'm gonna send a request over for
yep.
sharing access. Do me a
Popped up,
favor, and
popped up on my screen just now. There we go.
yep. All right, so let's have a little bit of fun with the technical side of things over here.
Yeah, like we did last episode.
All right, so we had
There we go.
we had good old
WWE.com. I haven't been
SummerSlam
on this
going.
website in God, 15 years. Get him, son. All right. So there
All
you
right,
can see
well,
the logo. The logo this year, I will say, is very impressive. I like it.
so we started off the event with the Women's World Championship with Liv Morgan retaining her World Championship, and
Yeah.
she technically there was interference, but this was a clean win, and this was her first defense since getting the title, and it was one hell of a way to start the show.
It was fucking amazing.
It really was one hell of a way to start the show. From there, we ended up having the six-man tag, which was LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, and Royce Keys versus the Usos and Jacob Fatu. And I have to admit, the Usos' entrance was just that was highlight worthy alone.
I will preface that by saying not really the Usos, but Jacob Fatu's
Well,
entrance.
yeah, I was yeah, Fatu's
Holy
was
shit.
pretty amazing.
Can't have no more talking spicy.
Um,
First of all, I do want to point out something before you start talking. You didn't have
yep,
to do me like this. You got all yours in green because you got yours right.
that's because I got mine right.
Yeah, and I fucked up. Hopefully, I do better today, guys. Hopefully, I do better today. But yeah, that tag match, it was fine, man. You
Yep,
know, it was great actually.
yep. It was a really good. I like I said before, I was nervous about the way this was going to go, but the way they did this match, it was a very well done um, story told within the story.
Yeah, there was a moment where you know they're outside the ring and Royce Keys, Jacob Fatu comes running
Oh,
at him in the barricade. Royce Keys turns this into what at first we thought Jacob landed on his head,
yep.
but
I got nervous for him.
I did too. I panicked. Um, sorry y'all, I'm snacking. I'm hungry. I haven't ate all day. But upon further review, if you go back and watch the replay, it was a picture perfect power slam over the barricade. Now I know what a lot of people are gonna say. Oh, it's just a power slam. for those two big ass behemoth of human
Look,
beings.
the way he looked like he landed initially, it looked like it was going to be more than what a power slam was, but
Yeah.
it was just very, very well done.
Hmm.
Very well done.
And for those two big behemoth of human beings to be able to control their body that much at that quick of
Yep.
a sudden
That fast pace and
motion,
everything. It
yeah,
was
that was it was picture perfect. Of
yes.
course, the baby faces won here, which I wasn't expecting. I don't think a lot of people were.
No.
Does this hurt
I
to look
love the
like
interaction between Solo and Jay.
yes, Solo?
That quick run it back moment. I was not expecting that, but it was
No, I
well
will
done.
say my only problem with that, and I keep cutting you off, so I'm sorry,
You're
but
good.
my only problem with that is I get it. It's a comedic moment. It's supposed to be funny. Don't have it happen during the
But
match.
no, but the way they're doing it though, it's getting in Jay's head and it's not allowing him to
Yeah. Oh,
focus.
it's pissing
So
them off.
that's why he keeps doing it.
It's
That's
pissing
why it
them
keeps
off.
happening. It's working. And every time he does something like that, or he reenacts, the wave dance or whatever, and then hits him back, it's getting in Jay's head and it's psyching him out. So it's absolutely brilliant of what Solo's doing. But I'm gonna say it now. LA Knight and Solo Sikoa will form a tag team.
Yeah.
And they will become tag team champions at some point.
I don't want that, but I can see it. Yeah.
It might be the only kind of push LA Knight's gonna get. So,
Sorry, John.
yep, sorry, buddy. But right after that, we ended up getting the match between Gunther and Nick Aldis. And it brought a tear to the eye of joy, of respect to see Nick Aldis come out there and see that he never missed a step. He hasn't been in the
Never
ring in
miss a
over three
step.
years, and he looked just like Magnus, like we'd always known him. Um,
Now, I will say, I don't know when they told him, hey, you got a match at SummerSlam. Get ready or whatever. It don't matter. That dude looked like
that
he
man
was in
stays
his
in
prime.
shape.
It looked like he was in his prime in
Yep,
TNA.
yep.
And what an incredible match this was. It was not a long match, which I don't
No,
think anybody expected it to be, but it got the point across. It told the story that it needed to tell, and it was damn good.
and even Gunther showed a sign of respect afterwards.
Yeah.
As he was getting out of the ring, he said, "Yes, it was a damn good match. It was a damn good match." But yes, he's still the victor.
Yeah.
Um, I got a little worried at the end there when they were letting him have his little moment in the ring,
Yeah. Well, me
and
and Drew were
then
both
the
panicking in
beautiful Mickey
Discord.
James got in the ring. Their son got in the ring with him, and I was really nervous that they were going to say, "Hey, um, that's it. I'm walking away." But if you stayed for after the after show, he turned in his resignation,
Yep.
and Triple H looked at it and was like, nope, ripped it up.
I ripped it up.
You've been rehired as the reinstated as the GM on SmackDown. So kudos for that.
Yeah. So first of all, I panicked. I think we both panicked in Discord. Not that if he said, okay, I'm done, then I'd have been fine with it. But it's just Nick Aldis was because I'm a big
He's got
TNA
a lot
guy.
left in the tank.
Yeah, he's got a hell of a lot left more in the tank. I'm a big TNA guy. I grew up watching TNA. I mean, I was watching TNA in 2005, when they were at the peak, and then I
When
kind
you
of
were
dipped
three.
off there in after the Aces and Eights storyline because I will stand on this hill and I will die on this hill. The Aces and Eights storyline was the greatest storyline TNA has ever done,
Oh yeah,
without
100%.
a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah,
So after that kind of fell off and they got rid of which during that was, they had already got rid of the six sides, but I was like, maybe we'll get it back. To me, like people are like, oh, it's a six-sided ring, that was TNA's identity. And fuck you, Hulk Hogan. May you rest in shit. And fuck you, Eric Bischoff, because you took TNA's identity away. But then around 2013, 2014 is when I came back to TNA just to see what they were doing. And it was the first time I saw Magnus. I can't call him Magnus. He will forever be Nick Aldis to me. Because I know, his NWA run is just generational.
yep,
I came back and Nick Aldis made me fall in love with TNA again, along with EC3, trouble, trouble, trouble. Um, so it would hurt my soul because I know how good this dude is. And if he did call it quits, man, that would have been beautiful. But it's like, man, what could have been? I don't
yeah.
think this is
Wouldn't have been
going.
mad if he did, but at the same
No,
time, glad he didn't.
yeah, because I genuinely don't think I thought for a second that when he ripped up the letter, I was like, well, you're not going to be a general manager. I want you on my full-time roster. That's what I
Yeah.
wanted to hear. That's what I was expecting to hear. I didn't hear it. But is this isn't the last time we see Nick Aldis in a ring? It's not. Um,
I I would predict that next time we see him is a Royal Rumble entrant.
yeah, I could see that. And then eventually, like we were talking, his kid Damon, is that his name? Damon?
Something
Um,
like that. Starts
what
the
a
D.
what a great Donovan. Donovan.
Donovan, yeah.
Um, I was telling Drew, if I'm his kid, I look at him and say, Dad, we got to go get that belt now.
Yep.
We have to. Because a lot of people online are saying, oh, it's just Nick Aldis. Fuck you. First of all, you part-time fans. But the reception he got is another thing I don't hear people talking about. As soon as he
No.
walked out, that place went fucking nuclear. For a guy who hasn't been in the ring for 3 years, and yes, diehard fans know exactly who the fuck Nick Aldis is. But for a casual audience, because that's what WWE fans are, sorry, but you guys are. You don't know your NWA history. You don't, 90% of you don't watch AEW, which what the fuck are you doing? For them to go and say, you know what, we kind of know who this guy is, and the reception that he got, and then to put on that type of match. Now, granted, was it a 5-star instant classic? No, but for him to come out of retirement 3 years later and put on an instant classic, to where you can show somebody this is who Nick Aldis is. He's not just a general
Hmm.
manager. With a guy like Gunther, who is arguably the best heel um, since the Iron Sheik. I just said that out loud, and I'm not going to take it back. Um, for him to do that, that was very impressive. I really enjoyed the match. I actually enjoyed this whole card, and except for one exception, and we'll get to that in a second. But what a night one! I can't remember the last time that I actually enjoyed a WWE pay per view, and I know we still have tonight, but I can't pinpoint the last time that I enjoyed a pay per view like I enjoyed night one of SummerSlam,
Yep.
or as some fans are calling it, Scam Slam. Summer
I
Scam
mean,
is what they're calling
call
it.
it what you want, but it was great to see that night one didn't disappoint.
No,
In the
no,
past, when they've done two nights of something, night one isn't the greatest, then they make up for it on night two.
yeah,
But it was just great to see for once that night one held its own.
yeah. It was a very good night.
But so the next match after that was the Fatal Influence. It wasn't the Women's Tag Team Championship, so I apologize. I got that wrong. It was just a six-woman tag team match.
Yeah,
Um, with that being said, we called it. That was
yeah.
your that was the match of the night that didn't do that well.
No, it was the
Let's be
drizzling.
honest, it really didn't. And then
Um,
we called it again that the Bellas were going to turn on or let me rephrase, Nikki Bella, because she's always one that instigates this stuff.
yeah, because she can't play a face, never has been able to.
She turned on Paige,
Yep.
but we found out that afterwards, Nikki Bella was actually taken to the hospital to get some X-rays and whatnot
You
done
mean
because
Brie?
when she got thrown into the ring steps that last night, and then
Mm-hmm.
JC Jane did that cannonball splash into the corner or
Uh-huh.
into the steps, she probably dislocated her shoulder,
Yeah.
if not
Bree has
something else. But it,
Bree went to a local medical facility, sir.
yeah, it looked painful.
Yeah, and you could tell, I do want to talk about this match. I'm a huge Fatal Influence fan. Like, I don't think their debut was that great, but I think they've been doing great things. As much as Drew hates JC Jane, which I don't understand why.
I
Um,
can't stand her.
I thought they did okay in this match. There was only a few things. Now, it could be because I spent some time, training, and I've learned from some of the best that tell you don't make it so fucking obvious. There was a point in this match, and Drew didn't even catch it, where JC's on the floor, and I believe it was Fallon Henley was in the ring, and they were doing something, and you literally see Fallon Henley set up and say, "Hey, go to the corner," and it
Yeah,
wasn't like a "Hey, go to the corner." It was like a "Hey, motherfucker, go to the corner." I
yeah,
can't stand that shit. And it happened in the Commander and John Moxley match too, where he did that springboard Phoenix splash where Moxley literally slides in the ring on his stomach, rolls over and goes, "Hit me, brother." Like, I can't stand that
yep.
shit. It pisses me off. This match was the drizzling shits. As much as I love Paige, she looked like shit in this match.
Yeah, the match did not go well at all.
That was the worst performance I think of her career. And I know I've been hating on Paige for the last couple months, but it just seems like she doesn't care. I don't want her to be a Matt Cardona. Sorry, Matt, I love you. Where you're just there to collect a paycheck, and it feels like it's going that way for her.
Or maybe that was just her way of saying she wanted out of that whole feud with the Bellas.
You
She's
already knew
something
that
else.
was coming. You
Oh, I
already
know.
knew that was coming,
No,
though.
we knew that as
So
soon as she came in. So
so why the fuck do you phone? She phoned in a performance, is what she did.
yeah,
And it was embarrassing for Fatal Influence because that was our first big show. It degraded them. It degraded the whole women's division. It made it look like shit. Don't
yeah.
phone in a fucking performance. If you don't want to be here, go home. Go be with Brad Maddox again, or whoever's going to beat you next. Sorry. Okay.
Damn. Okay. All right. So we did find out that the main event, which kind of surprised me, but kind of didn't.
Yeah.
It did surprise me was he personally asked for this.
Yes.
Brock Lesnar got to have the main event last night.
Yes.
So
Uh,
the match prior was the Undisputed Championship between Cody Rhodes and CM Punk. And Cody Rhodes coming out there in the Street Fighter version helmet that really just looked like he won like a Reese Cup challenge or something with the way that hair looked on that skull. It looked like it would fit JD McDonough's head though, finally. So,
I got hot beef jerky in my mouth, and you just made it shoot down my throat.
but that was a great match.
Yeah.
Um, we called it that they were going to beat each other until they neither one could stand up anymore, and even then they were still going to keep swinging, trying to do the best haymaker they could. And you got your surprise return. You were correct there, saying that
Oh.
Orton would be back. I'm still
Mm-hmm.
saying KO is going to come back. It might be tonight. Um,
I think he's
but
gonna come back and fuck Sami Zayn up.
but Cody Rhodes did lose the match after he had many Cody cutters that
Look like shit.
needed some work.
They don't need work. They look like shit.
Um, but Charles Robinson got in the way of one of them, so that got him temporarily incapacitated. And then after a crossroads that looked a little funky, uh, Punk's on the outside of the ring. Next thing you know, here comes the crowd freaking out. Somebody's coming in, and here's your surprise. But Randy Orton came in,
Yeah.
and he did his whole, lift his face up so you could see who was about to attack him. Cody Rhodes goes down for an RKO, and then Punk slowly gets back in the ring and then pins Rhodes to retain the championship.
Yeah. This
And
match was great.
it was, it really
Um,
was, and
it
that
priceless.
wonderful botch of a moonsault. Come on now.
So hold on. Let me defend this. I think he did that on purpose. I've spent time in a ring and I've trained and I know how things look. If you go back and look at that clip, he was nowhere close.
No, not at all.
And Punk has been doing this for 20 years.
Yep.
A veteran of Punk status, as much as people call me the CM Punk Dick Rider. You damn right I am. He's the greatest promo of all time, my favorite wrestler of all time.
Oh, we'll get to that in a second too.
Yeah. You're gonna tell me that he didn't know where he was?
Oh, he knew where he was, but I'm gonna say his knee was hurting him. That's why he couldn't get the full jump like he wanted to.
Rotation. Yeah, I could see
Yeah,
that too. But what a great
but
match. Really surprised that Cody didn't win. I'm glad he didn't.
yeah,
Because I'm notoriously a Cody Rhodes hater. I don't like the dude. I don't hate him personally. I think he's a great person outside the ring. I just don't like his character. His
until we
character,
get the Ring of Honor, Cody, I'm not gonna be a fan.
yeah. Until we get Ring of Honor heel Cody Rhodes, I'm not gonna care. There was multiple times in this match. If no, listen, I know they had a pretty lengthy match and you're tired, but one of your signature moves is a fucking Oz cutter, which you have given credit. You stole it from Will Ospreay. You've said that in multiple interviews. That is one of your fucking main moves. You missed it every single time you hit it.
Yeah,
What
it
the
wasn't just a
fuck?
miss; it was missed pretty badly.
Yes. And he did one like a super Cody cutter that looked okay, but then if you look at the other camera angle, all of them look like shit.
Yeah,
I don't know what the fuck was going on. I don't know if both of them were tired, if Punk wasn't in the right spot. I give Charles Robinson a pass because he's not a wrestler. but even his wasn't a Cody Cutter. It looked like a reverse blockbuster.
Looked like he just fell into him, really. Like you
Yeah,
just the guy that's
yeah,
supposed to catch or receive it doesn't catch him or anything, and they just all
yeah,
fall on the ground at the same time.
yeah. Man, just lay out flat. Cody will take care of the rest. Just lay out
Yep.
flat. Well, I can't say Cody will take care of the rest because he didn't take care of him 4 times in this match. But it was a very entertaining match. I really hope Punk's not hurt. But he's fooled us before. He's a very good seller. He was
Yep.
selling that knee like a motherfucker. But I don't. If he was hurt, I don't think they would have went as long as they did, and I don't
No.
think. I think we would have already heard something about it. And we haven't heard anything about it today. There
Yeah,
was
but
a,
man, that
yeah. I'm getting ready to talk about the elbow. Is that what you're thinking?
oh yeah. Go ahead.
That elbow from the outside of the ring, it scared me so much
Yep,
because
the way
he,
he landed on that table.
yeah, he didn't land like a flat elbow like you normally would. He landed feet first,
Hmm.
and it
On
looked
that
like,
leg.
yeah, it looked like he died.
Yeah, the way he just
So,
hit and then just stayed. I don't know if that was for selling reasons or just for him to really catch his breath. But mm,
yeah, what a
it was
match.
nerve-wracking.
This match really surprised me. I didn't expect it to be as good. Not that I didn't think these two couldn't put on a decent match, but you know, there was. I mean, the build's been okay, but it wasn't like Seth and Roman. Seth and Roman tonight. Whoo, that build's been insane.
Yeah,
So I don't know, but I was so glad that Cody didn't win the belt. Um, Speaking of after this match, there was a post. I will never miss another media scrum post show again because I'm glad because I was literally scrolling on my phone and he came out there and he cut a pipe bomb again. And he said, Randy's dad, Bob, can get it. And I'm like, okay, he's just being CM Punk. And then he goes, Randy's mom can get it. I'll slap her too. And I dropped my phone. I was like, oh shit. He said a lot of things on this post show that I don't think he was supposed to say. Like, I'll go to Raw and defend this belt. They need the ratings. Oh my God. Um, he's saying he's not on an island. He's not this. He's not that. He's not a fuck pussy, is what he wanted to say, but he couldn't say fucking.
I used to have Trick Williams wants it. He'll come out there and slap him around a little bit too.
Yeah. And the crowd are chanting Oba, Oba, Oba. Punk saying, I want Oba. If he wants to be, fall in the line of obscurity, go over to the island of not relevancy and choose Roman Reigns. But if you want to be under the lights, under the real main event, you come after the real champ. Oh my gosh. Now, they didn't clarify if Oba still, we don't know. We don't know the answer. Did Oba give that up to go fuck Brock Lesnar up? They haven't said. They haven't said, yeah, he had to give that
Not
up to,
yet.
to go, say fuck you to Brock Lesnar. I hope that's not the case because I'd be pretty pissed off because then that means King of the Ring meant absolutely nothing.
Right.
Um, you know, um, we'll get to what I think is going to happen in our predictions, what I'm hoping will happen, the way I would look at. But yeah, it was a very entertaining match between these two. I think they, Punk consistently, like there's a lot of Punk hate online, you know, like my Nathan's girlfriend, she's a big Punk fan, but she's like, oh, I just wish Roman would come to work. I made her so mad on the way back from Spider-Man Brand New Day that she almost did not want to talk to me. Like, and I was doing it on purpose. Like and Nate could tell that's why he was grinning from ear to ear the entire time all the way home because she's like, "You get on my nerves." I was like, "Why the fuck do you think I do it?" Because she said, "Man, I don't hate Roman Reigns. I always liked Roman Reigns. I just wish he would come to work." I said, "You're a Punk fan, right?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "Punk was gone for 3 months. Nobody had a problem with him winning it. Some people do, but nobody
Well,
had a
some people are
problem.
very vocal about that.
Yeah, some people are very vocal, but 90% of the population, which I never had a problem with it, come back, win the belt. I don't care as long as it's good storytelling and it's off Sami Zayn. But you know, if people don't look at CM Punk and say he can still go, because he's consistently putting on these 5-star matches.
Yep.
Like it was that good last night that I would give it probably a 4.5. It was really good. Definitely one of Cody's better performances, other than all the fucking bosh moves he did. The Randy Orton involvement, I told you um that was going to happen. You were thinking KO. I want KO to come back so bad, but I don't want him to be a Big E
Right.
situation,
Right.
And there's reports that he's back. He's been taking bumps and he's coming back to TV very soon. So maybe it could be tonight. Um,
Yep.
so who knows? But you kicked my ass on night 1 predictions.
Well, hold on. We're not done yet. We're not done
Yeah.
yet. We're gonna
Yeah, we
talk about
got
that main event.
one more. It ain't gonna take long because I've slept on this. I'm a little irritated, and I'll tell you why.
All right, well, go ahead and get started on. Let's hear
I'm
your
a,
irritation.
I'm a little irritated because I feel like this match wasn't long enough. And I know it's a
I will agree
Brock.
with you there.
I know it's an Oba and Brock match, and it was awesome for what it was.
Yeah.
But we spent what 3 months, almost a month, building this up
Yep.
for we're gonna go in the Devil's Playground. Not a single drop of blood. Um, the only thing they used was a table and one chair.
Which I'm really surprised about, by the way.
Yeah, that's why I'm irritated. That this feud needed blood. It
Yeah.
did. Um, they used one chair, one table,
They
and
used a few chairs, but
okay. Well, a few chairs and a table are the only thing we got brought into this match.
yeah.
And they
And
ripped
the
up
steel steps.
and the steel steps. But I don't really count the steps because they're out there anyway. They're gonna be out there
Well,
anyway.
they got put inside the ring.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're right. Oba took a few shots. You are right
Yeah.
about that.
He
Um,
took a few shots, all right. Never got his hands up for those.
no, it was just
And the way
meat
he hit,
aluminum.
there was you can tell when someone's getting hit when they get their hands up
Yep,
and then they fall back.
yep,
There was no, it was like as soon as he got touched, he was already laying on the ground. Like,
yeah.
holy shit.
Because Brock was throwing him in there.
Yeah,
You got Brock Lesnar throwing steps at your face. You won't have no choice but to go down. Um,
sure.
like I said, this match was fine for what it was. I don't think this was Brock's last match after setting on it. I think they're gonna throw a big old pile of Saudi cash at him whenever they need him, and he'll just come back whenever because
Yeah,
he
probably do some Royal Rumble stuff just to make sure that he's getting his quota
yeah,
or
man,
something.
you got to meet your quota. He's gonna have all those deer stands out in Minnesota and all these
You
things.
should.
The butchering that he does, you gotta have money, man. Now, granted, he don't need to work another day in his life. He's a fucking gazillionaire. But I think Brock knows his worth. I think he's in the spot that Taker was a few years ago, where, listen, he's not as broken down as Taker, but we all knew before Taker had that concussion with Brock Lesnar that we were going to get Taker around Mania and he was going to
Right.
put on a banger. I think that's where Brock's at right now. I think he needs to fall in the Andre category. I know a lot of people are going, oh my God, you just compared Brock Lesnar to Andre. Brock Lesnar needs to stay the attraction that he is. He needs to be when somebody fucks up or when somebody needs to look like a beast. I still want to see Brock versus Gunther. I still think that's a possibility, and I want to see,
It's not always out there or not in there, I guess you could
yeah,
say.
and I want to see Braun Breaker versus Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Old Paul Heyman guy versus new Paul Heyman guy. Look, good grief, come on now. A lot of people keep saying that Braun Breaker has fell off the last couple months. I don't think so. I think they're just waiting for the rest of the division to get healthy.
Probably.
And they put him in this spot because they know that, first of all, he's not injury prone, but he had that hernia, so they kind of want to keep him
Right.
protected because anything can happen. So I think him being in this spot where he's kind of like the tag team with Paul in theory, like that's his safe space until Reed can get back and we can get the division on full course. And Braun Breaker will be world champion within the next year and a half.
All right. So what do you think was what would you grade night one?
Out of 10 or out of 5? Let's do
Let's
out of
just
5.
say was it an A, B, C?
Oh, okay.
Let's go old school
Okay.
grades.
I'll go A minus.
A minus. Okay.
I thought it was great.
Yeah. Yeah. I was thinking B plus. And especially for the way they've been doing, like I said, when you walked away, this is the first time they've done a 2 night SummerSlam.
Yes.
But when they've done 2 night events, the first night
Has always sucked.
has always been poorly graded.
Yes.
Um,
Especially on this podcast.
True. We've been very critical on what we have felt. We've been very honest. But I have to say, I was very impressed with night one, and I'm looking forward to night two, and I'm hoping they keep the way they have been of night two is always better than night one because they always got to up the game, especially the last few times they've had multiple nights. They've had a lot of work to do to make sure that night two was a lot better than one. So with this already being a good one, I'm really looking forward to night two.
Yeah. I think the card is better for night
Yeah.
2. You won't be
Yeah,
wrong.
it's going to be.
In terms of match quality, it's going to be nice.
Yep. Yep. Well,
Yeah.
that's all I got for night one, man. Let's go make some predictions for night two.
Yeah. All right, guys. So this will go up immediately when we get done recording the predictions. Predictions will go up probably right along with it. So you guys will get 2 videos. Normally we do premieres. I didn't do premiere yesterday because I wanted to get it up as soon as possible. So you guys will get two videos probably back to back. So stay tuned for the predictions, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and give your grades in the comments down below, either on Spotify or on YouTube. We love y'all. Remember, don't fuck with the mafia.